YouTube. I wanted to make a quick brief video for you on how to wash and care and handle your lace fronts. So right here is a lace front that I just finished, and as you can see, it's wet. It has conditioner on it. Now I try very hard to keep the conditioner off of the net because the conditioner can soften up the knots and cause the knots to come out while you're combing it. So that's why it's really important that you spray the net with some type of sealer. You can either use a setting spray or holding spray. You can buy the clear acrylic, I think it's called clear acrylic sealer. It comes matte and it also comes in a gloss. I have both, and that's by Patent. You can get that at Joann's, or you can buy Not My Problem, or you can even get some Easy Tab, what I use to coat it. But if you're not familiar with how to use the Easy Tab, I have a video up called A Quick and Easy Way to Seal the Knots, and I use Easy Tab, and I rub the Easy Tab on a sponge and I rub it over. But you know, if you don't have a little cosmetic sponge, you can take the brush some Easy Tab on your finger, and then, you know, just brush it over evenly. But if you use the brush that comes with the Easy Tab, you're gonna glob it on and it's gonna come straight through, and it's gonna, you know, cause the hair to clump together on this side, which you don't want, because you want that free parting. So what I recommend is, you know, I know most of you are gonna sew your lace closures down, but since your lace closures are the last thing that you sew down, I really recommend that you take your scissors and clip it off and wash it separately. Wash your hair and then wash your closure separately. So you can, when you wash your closure, you want to just put the shampoo on it, and you know, you don't want to do all that messy scrubbing. You just want to, you know, take your hand in a down motion with the shampoo. And the reason why is because I do go in and I trim the returns, but you know, there's thousands of strands of hair, so I'm not going to get every return. So the returns actually are going in the opposite direction. So what happens is you're going to experience a little bit of tangling, but not a lot. So you can still see that there's a little bit of tangling, but it's, you know, it's not a lot, because there are some returns in here because I can't get them all. So I have conditioner on it, and I'm just slightly, you know, combing out the hair. I'm not, you know, I'm not brushing it while it's wet. I'm being really gentle. And this is how you have to treat this. You have to treat this so delicate, you know, so delicate, like almost like, you know, a baby. I mean, you spent your money for it, so you want it to last. You know, there may be some loose hairs that come through. Go ahead and just, you know, pull them out. You want to keep it nice and neat. And then when you rinse your conditioner out, I try to keep the baby hair separate. So, because the baby hair can just roll back and it'll get lost, you know, in the hair, and then you're trying to find it. So I just kind of try to keep the baby hair separate and to the front, you know. And so you can go ahead and wash your conditioner out, and you know, put some type, whatever you put, a leave-on, or I use the CHI. It's like a silk leave-on type conditioner. It's in a little bottle. I did a review on my blog on it. It's called CHI Thermal Silk Serum or something, but it just leaves the hair so soft. So, and then you just, you know, you can blow dry it and do whatever you do to it, but then you might want to spray it again with a sealer once it's dry before you sew it back to your head. Now I have sewn clamps, you know, 3 clamps, one here, one here, and one here, so you can clamp it on. I mean, you can buy those little open and close clamps at any beauty supply. I think a pack is a pack of 6 is probably like $4.99 or $5.99. You can, you know, clamp it on. You can sew however many clamps you want. That's another easy way to, you know, take it on and off. But I really do recommend taking it off and washing it separately, just, you know, so it can last, and you'll have it for an awful long time. I try to ventilate more hairs than normal, you know, and with a 2 to 3 needle, 3 to 4 needle in the back, you know, just to, so you can have that thickness to allow for the hair to, you know, we don't want it to thin out, but of course we know it is going to thin, you know, over wear and tear. So, but you want it to last for like a year, you know, or if not longer, so take care of it. And if you feel your net is too light, this is a tan color net. I'm not dyeing the net. Everyone's getting a tan color net. It's very easy to dye it. I have not did a video on dyeing the net, but your same wedge cosmetic sponge you would probably use. Tan would probably be a good color for most of us, or tan and cocoa mix. You know, you just take your dye, however you mix it, usually a cap full with 1 cup of hot water, and you just take your sponge, and then you basically just, you know, sponge the dye on. You don't want to dip it. I mean, it's not going to really mess up the hair, but you can just sponge the dye on if you need to dye it. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do to your lace front. It's basically, you know, the same thing you do to your hair, you can do to your lace front. You just can't comb it like crazy because of the delicacy of how it's made, and you want it to last, and you don't want to pull the knots out. But you do want to keep it nice and trimmed in the back, and you do want to seal it as much as possible. Seal it before you wash it, seal it after you wash it. You know, even if you want, take it off at night. If you're clipping yours on, take it off at night, and, you know, then clip it back on in the morning. But if you know, if you're sleeping in it, basically you're just gonna, you know, tie it up or roll it the way you do your normal hair. But when you're combing it and it's on your hair, just be really gentle, you know, with combing it too. Don't, you know, do all that, be in such a hurry that you're gonna just yank it, and, you know, you don't want to tear the net. So this lace is real delicate, and the care that you put into it and how you take care of it is, you know, the results that you're gonna get in the long run. Okay, so if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you for watching.